This is one of the most bizarre stories in NBA history. A championship-winning player, a secret name, a disappearance in the middle of the ocean, and a mystery that to this day remains unsolved. This is the story of Bison Dele, the NBA star who vanished without a trace after faking his identity and leaving millions behind. And yes, parts of this story sound like a movie, but it's all real. Before he was known as Bison Dele, he was Brian Williams, a 6'11" center out of the University of Arizona with a unique combination of size, speed, and touch. Drafted in 1991 by the Orlando Magic, Williams bounced around the league early in his career, spending time with the Nuggets and Clippers. He wasn't a superstar, but he had game. In 1997, he got the break of a lifetime. The Chicago Bulls, led by Michael Jordan, were chasing their second three-peat. Their front court was thin. They needed size. So mid-season, they signed Brian Williams. Williams didn't just sit on the bench. He played critical minutes in the playoffs, especially in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Miami Heat. When the Bulls won their fifth title, Williams was right there, celebrating with Jordan and Pippen. He had finally made it. After his stint with the Bulls, Williams signed a $36 million deal with the Detroit Pistons. For the first time, he had security. He was entering his prime. But just 2 years later, at age 30, he vanished from the NBA. No farewell press conference, no major injury. He simply retired, walking away from millions of dollars still on the table. Why? Brian had always been different. He read philosophy. He played the saxophone. He traveled to far-off places in the off-season. He didn't love the spotlight. He hated how the NBA commodified players. And in 1998, he legally changed his name to Bison Dele in honor of his Cherokee and African heritage. From that point on, the name Brian Williams was dead. After retiring, Bison Dele disappeared from public life almost entirely. He traveled the world, Lebanon, the Himalayas, Australia. He learned how to fly planes. He fell in love. And in 2002, he bought a boat, a 55-foot catamaran named the Hakuna Matata. He planned to sail from Tahiti to Hawaii with 3 people, his girlfriend, Serena Carlan, the boat's captain, Bertrand Saldo, and his own brother, Miles DeBoard, born Kevin Williams. That was the last time anyone ever saw Bison Dele alive. In July 2002, something went horribly wrong. The boat vanished somewhere in the South Pacific. There was no mayday call, no emergency beacon. Days turned into weeks, and nothing. Then, out of nowhere, Miles DeBoard showed up, not in Hawaii, but in Phoenix, Arizona. He was alone. Authorities were immediately suspicious. Miles was using Bison's passport, Bison's credit cards. He was forging his signature to buy gold. The catamaran? Nowhere to be found. So what happened aboard that boat? According to what little investigators could gather, Bison and Miles had a strained relationship, jealousy, old resentment, possibly over money, possibly over fame. Some believe a fight broke out, and that Miles, in a rage, killed his brother. Others think it may have been an accident, and Miles panicked. But here's the terrifying part. The Hakuna Matata was never found. No debris, no wreckage. The Pacific is unforgiving, and without a black box or GPS, the mystery remains unsolved. Bison Dele's story isn't just about basketball, it's about identity, freedom, escape. He walked away from millions, from fame, from everything the world said he should want. And he searched for something bigger, something beyond the hardwood. Sadly, that search ended in the most tragic way possible. Today, there's no statue, no jersey retirement, just a story. One that sounds too strange to be true, but it is. The NBA star who faked his identity and disappeared forever. If you found this story as shocking as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your theories in the comments. Who do you think was really behind the disappearance of Bison Dele?